If you're following Depp vs. Heard, you might know Amber has got a friend named Eve Barlow, maybe a partner, maybe a journalist. We're not totally sure, but the point is, Eve is close to Amber, and Eve will not stop tweeting and defending Amber, now with CBS News. Thanks, CBS. I know whose side they're on now. Anyway, this is called Report Finds Online Campaign of Widespread Targeted Harassment Against Supporters of Amber Heard. So now they're saying that there's harassment against supporters of Amber Heard. Let's use some common sense. Johnny Depp has been around for 35 years in the business. That means he's amassed a following of tens of millions, maybe even 100 million people. So when people see that someone they've been following for 35 years has been defamed, had a hoax played on them, they're going to get a little bit irritated about it. They're going to defend him. That's natural. Amber doesn't have that following. Amber has about maybe 0.5% of the following Johnny has. And that's not because it's Amber and people don't like women and people are against Amber. That's because Johnny's been in the business, gotta say it again, for 35 freaking years. That's common sense, and that's probably why when you have that many people, Amber fans may tend to get criticized more than Johnny fans do. Let's see what we got here. This is from July 18th, 2022. It's been more than a month and a half since civil defamation trial between celebrity actors Amber Heard and Johnny Depp was decided, but Ella Dawson's Twitter notifications haven't stopped. I'm still getting people tweeting at me, calling me weird, heinous stuff, and it's been weeks and weeks. That's very strange, said Dawson, a digital strategist and writer. Wow, she also must be a genius. Let me tell you a little story. There was once a great franchise called Star Wars. Disney bought it, they put in Kathleen Kennedy and some other activists for political reasons. And you know what happened? Fans rejected it. And you know what happened? They rejected it for life, forever. They're still criticizing it till the day they die. So when you take something like Johnny Depp, who's a movie star, who's been loved and respected for 35 years, and they see someone is defaming him, media attacks him, they're always going to defend him till the day they die. So weeks and weeks later doesn't mean anything. It's completely irrelevant. 15 years from now, if you see people spreading negativity against Johnny, they're going to defend him forever. So stop with the timeline stuff. Dawson was one of many Heard supporters on the receiving end of an organized campaign, widespread targeted harassment, according to a report published Monday by the research firm Bot Sentinel. The firm analyzed more than 14,000 tweets that included at least one of 4 viral anti-Heard hashtags seeking to characterize Heard as a liar or an abuser, and found that nearly 1 in 4 accounts tied to the tweets, 24%, were created in the last 7 months. Wait a minute. Let's think about this for a second. Amber is a proven abuser and especially a proven liar. There's video trails of Amber lying that would wrap around the world if we could pull them out of the PC. So that's factual. But CBS, they don't like facts so much. Nearly 1 in 5 accounts to tweet the hashtags were dedicated to spamming, according to the report. What's spamming? Let's think about it. Let's explain it. But they don't. They just want you to take everything at face value. It's just spamming. Well, spamming, I think, is this: repeating the same thing over and over in the same spot. So if you've got something you want to say, an opinion, let's just say, I love green plants, and that's my opinion. Well, if I go to a YouTube channel or a social media account and I paste that down there like 12 times, 13 times, that's spam. But if I go to individual accounts and I put out my opinion, I like green plants, well, that's not spam because you're expressing your opinion to multiple people. Bot Sentinel found that toxic troll accounts use a variety of methods, from hashtag spamming to copy pasta, which is repeatedly copying, pasting, and tweeting content to both amplify anti-Heard messaging and vilify her supporters. Well, that's because her supporters are supporting somebody who is now proven to be a liar and an abuser. So is it okay to support people like that? Well, I guess you've got that right. You've got your freedom of speech to support someone like that if you want, but why would you? And why would you defend people who are supporting a proven liar and abuser? One method described in the report as intended to deceive Twitter's algorithms involved accounts spamming hashtags with slight misspellings, for instance, replacing the letter I with the letter L. The intentional misspelling demonstrates a calculated effort to manipulate hashtag trends, Bot Sentinel wrote in its report. I don't have the knowledge to actually rebuke that, but from what I know is hashtags gain traction and get big because they're the same as other hashtags that other people are tweeting out. So it would seem to me, if you misspell your hashtag, it wouldn't get in that pool of trending hashtags because it would be different. Now, maybe there is some point they're making here. I'll give them, they're probably more tech savvy than me, but it doesn't quite make sense. And it's not like we could trust a platform and people supporting a known abuser and a known liar. I was pretty shocked by how quickly the tweets that I wrote went viral and the amount of hatred I got in response. Dawson said, "It was very bizarre to see the organized nastiness." Wait a minute, what the heck are you talking about? Went viral? Your tweets went viral? Listen, sweetheart, there are people working every day, putting in hours and hours trying to make tweets go viral. That's what YouTubers are doing. That's what monetized Twitter accounts are doing. The goal is to go viral. If it was so easy to just click in a button and go viral, I think everyone would be doing it and nothing would go viral. That is a flat out false statement. So again, we've got a complete misuse of words that they just want you to take on surface value that look like the boogeyman, ooh, trolls, viral, oh my gosh, oh, poor Amber supporters. Then Eve says, "This confirms what I knew all along." So it confirms that you could press a button and your tweets will go viral? I gotta try that. They do mention some facts of the case, that Depp won, and he was awarded millions of dollars. They say 15, and then she was awarded 2. I heard it was 10. All right, some of these places say 15. It might be an exaggeration to make it look worse and make you feel more bad for her, when the punishment wasn't actually bad enough, I don't think. And again, they say the Twitter accounts were coordinated. Well, not really. To be honest, you can't coordinate it. So I've got a channel here. It's pretty small, but it's not nothing. I can't coordinate anything. We see other channels about the same size as me. They can't coordinate anything. I bet you anything, even a channel my size, similar size, couldn't get 14,000 hits on a tweet. No way. My tweets about Amber, they get like 30 hearts. Some people that do better than me, they get like 200 hearts. 14,000? And then they go on to say that it's not a few people sitting in a room. They're troll farms. And they decide where they're going to attack. Well, that's what I'm saying. They don't. Johnny's got tens and millions, maybe hundreds of millions of fans, so nobody needs to get together. People defending Johnny see something and they respond. It's that simple. Yes, he does have a widespread fan base, but there's no coordination. And again, no names mentioned, nothing. It's just all a blank face of trolling. Then, of course, they say Eve was offended personally, offensive language used against Eve, and that kind of thing. And okay, I've seen some memes. I've seen her as Gollum from Lord of the Rings and things like that. But you know what? That happens to every celebrity at some point that puts their face out that's famous. Not that Eve's a celebrity, but my point is everyone famous on the level of, being really close to someone who's got billions of eyes on them around the world, yeah, some memes are going to come out. That's life. Not a big deal. They also say Twitter has not responded to CBS. You know why? Because Twitter is a huge platform right now, and CBS is a tiny, 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 tiny little platform right now that's legacy media that's shrinking. They mention a few of the worst, that somebody said that Eve would look good crucified, which I don't condone. I think that's horrible, but they're using the worst of the worst. They're not taking the average comment or even the average bad comment. They're taking the absolute nastiest they could possibly find. And they say the trial process was turned into a circus. Well, who made it a circus? I'll tell you who. Might have been Amber Heard because of all the stuff she did, like the poo in the bed. That'll make a circus out of something. The bruise kit with ice cream in Johnny's lap when he was sleeping. That'll make a circus out of something. Giving a testimony with my dog stepped on a bee. Is that necessary? That'll create memes. That'll make a circus. So the one making a circus was Amber. And they like it to be, it just became a circus somehow. Yes, because Amber is somebody who's not quite normal. And Eve got kicked out of the courtroom. That helps add to the circus when your friend is on Twitter during a trial and they get kicked out. So they just turn everything around. I guess we know that, but gotta keep spreading the information. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. Here, I'll be a regular YouTuber. What do you think of CBS News? What do you think of Eve Barlow? Were they wrong to say what they said? Or were they right to say that? You tell me. All right. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. I'm doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. Death vs. Heard, Little Manson, when I get around to it. Ricky Martin's in the news now. See where that goes. If you don't subscribe, I'll be pretty sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.